What's up? Hope you all doing good. And today I'm back yet with another YouTube video, trying to showcase what exactly happened last week and what we should be expecting, this week. So currently we on the DXY, this is where we normally get our trades from. So I like analyzing this DXY before analyzing any pair. Yeah, because we have pairs which directly correlate and which indirectly correlate with the DXY. So currently, let's first go to the to the daily time frame, to see where exactly the market stopped or headed to. So currently, you're seeing that the market was creating series of lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. Then that's basically a downtrend. So upon coming to the downtrend, you're seeing that the market had created a level around here. It created a level around here. And then what does it mean for we as traders? You can simply see that upon creating a level around here, it came to retest up here before any likely push to this very support level, then finally pushing to the upside. So currently we are very bullish on the DXY. So what does it mean for us as traders, or what's the interpretation that we should consider currently? So if we head to the dollar crosses right now, we should expect bullish moves to be taken. But before the bullish moves, you can simply see that this market created a reversal pattern around here. This becomes a reversal pattern, finally pushing to the upside. And then upon pushing to the upside, you can simply see that it's again reversing a bit. We might possibly place what we call a Fibonacci retracement tool to possibly understand where exactly the market could, to which level the market could react to. So currently you can simply see that the market is, so you can simply see that we're having the 78%, 61 to 50. So there is a likely push to either the 70 to the 60 or to the 50, which is the midpoint. But we're just waiting for what the market is going to be telling us, and then we might as well take some long moves, because currently we are very bullish on the dollar. So let me first get these ones all erased. So because we already having a direction established, so we are expecting this market to reverse a bit lower, and then finally get what you call long positions around here. So I personally don't trade the DXY. I only trade its dollar crosses, so I normally use it for analysis, and this is why I'm trying to give you some of the indications of where the market could be heading to. So let's first get to the Euro US dollar and see what we could possibly expect as well. So we can simply see that the US dollar, by the way, I also took a trade around these zones. So you can simply see that the US dollar is as well trading indirectly with the DXY. Yeah, because in this case the DXY is a quote currency, and then the euro being a base currency. So meaning that when the DXY is heading to the upside, then the Euro US dollar is going to be heading to the downside. So you can simply see that the market was creating a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, until it came all the way up. So currently you can simply see that the market once it came up this side, it created what we call a head and shoulder pattern. A head and shoulder pattern. Remember, the market won't give you all that perfection when it comes to the structure or the patterns, but you can as well try to find meaning in everything that the market happens to print for you on the market. So currently you can simply see that let me first get this erased a bit. Then you can simply see that once this market came around these zones, it came here, then it finally dropped, and then it came around these zones. So what transpired for us as traders is you just come and plot your fib around up there, then you simply place it at the downside, and then you anticipate that the market could possibly be pushing either to the midpoint or to the 60% or the 78%. And then at this point, you can simply see that it maintained on the 50% or the 0.5% area, and this is where exactly we happen to get trades around here, where you can simply see that I'm highlighting. So we just hopped onto this trade until here to the downside, and it made us a very sweet weekend for us, or a very nice week for us. So currently, what could transform off this market? So at this point, we can simply say the market headed at 1.166 to this zone, and then we're having a likely push. Might have a likely push either here or to this very point, and that's the 1.177, and then possibly a down move. But we are all going to be waiting for what the market would be giving us, and then that's what we shall read and then make a decision based on that. So currently that's what we have for the Euro USD. And then moving up on gold. Moving up on gold, you can simply see that gold, let's first go to the daily as well. Simply that gold has traded way up at the 3769. This is where we're at right now. No. Yeah, first of all, it traded at the 3791, and then establishing itself that okay, indeed we are going to the upside. But then once we know that the gold is in an upward trend, then we go to the 4-hour time frame. So if once you go to the 4-hour time frame, you can simply try to make out meaning out of it. But at this moment, you can simply see that it's hard for you to understand where exactly the market was heading to. But we need to make sense out of it. Then let's again go to the 1-hour time frame, which would give us a bit of clarity. This is where I normally get clarity from. And then you're seeing once the market came at that very level, it's the 3791, then it created some sort of rejections around here, and then it gave us an M pattern around here, making it also a reversal pattern. Then at this point, I just had to wait a bit and then wait for a retest around these zones. So this is why I came for a short around here, around these zones. Scroll down to the 5-minute time frame, then I have to show this market from here. I have to show the market from here, putting my stop loss below the range, and then pulled all the way to the downside. And then, so what do we expecting of this market this very week? So at this moment, we think that this market could possibly head from these zones. It could possibly push down to these zones, or maybe it could maybe again come and retest around here before any further push to the downside. So this is what I'm aiming off on gold. Let me first try to stretch this a bit. Stretch a bit here, and then maybe possibly gold might as well come and give us some sort of retesting before any further push to the downside, or maybe gold could possibly first again push to retest around these zones before any likely further push to the downside. So I'm just actually waiting for what the market is going to be telling us via the week, and then possibly shall make decisions of it. But currently you can simply see that the market is creating a series of rejections around here, validating this area that there is a likely push to the downside. But since we are just at the beginning of the open of the market, we're just going to be waiting till tomorrow and maybe make informed decisions of it. So basically that's it for gold. We might have a likely push to the upside before any rally to the downside, or possibly we might first again push to this 3791 area before a likely push to the downside. Apart from that, maybe if at all there is any change, maybe possibly we might as well break off this level and then retest a bit or push to the upside still. So we're just waiting patiently as well to see what will transpire of gold. So I as well took a trade on US dollar Swiss franc. So let me first use this measuring tool. I got this trade around here. Okay, so the market gave me these rejections around here, and then it kind of created it had already established a support level around here, and then pushed off, then gave us what we call a head, then again pushed up to the upside, and then it came to retest. So I made an informed decision around these zones. These were the zones where I made the decision from, and then I put my stop loss below the range, and then anticipated this market to be heading to the upside. So it came all the way deep around here, pushed all deep around here. So let's see how it transpired. And you can simply see the market again pushed to the upside, and then it gave us some beautiful profits around there. Then after all that, what do we expect of this market? We are expecting this market to possibly give us a likely push to the downside, either to this very point or to this very point, and then possibly reverse to the upside, because it has already established itself that it's going to be bullish. So we're just waiting off the open of this week and see what exactly the market is going to transpire. So maybe it could possibly come at around 78 or 60 or 50 being the midpoint, or and then we shall make informed decisions based off these very zones. So we're just patiently waiting as well to see what exactly the market will give us. Okay, so this is of the US dollar Swiss franc. I as well took a trade on GBP card. It was the GBP card. Yeah, took a trade around here as well. Let's just get this. Took a trade around here. It was around here. Yeah, then you can simply see it dropped just a bit. Give us put us into a bit of drawdown before it slightly pushed to the downside. It made me some good money, last week. And then I'm expecting again this market to push around these zones before any likely push to the downside, or possibly it might as well push to the upside. So we're just anticipating that there is a likely push to the upside or to the downside. But at this point, I'm very bearish at this point. I'm just patiently waiting to see further reactions within these zones, and then we could have a likely push to the downside. So that's it for the GBP card. So we're just waiting for tomorrow, likely maybe we can as well profit from those markets as well. Let me as well see some sort of Bitcoin as well. Simply see that Bitcoin as well pushed. It was in an uptrend here, then it pushed up to the upside, and then upon pushing the upside, it kind of created what we call a head and shoulder pattern around here, and then this is where we came and then got some interesting entries during lower time frames, and then pushed further to the downside. This was well a very good trade for us last week. Yeah, so what do we expect of Bitcoin? So I'm expecting Bitcoin to possibly maybe push around these zones, because they've already established a level around here, push around these zones, or maybe push around these zones before any likely push to the downside. So basically that's what I'm expecting of this market this week, and maybe you can as well use this simple analysis to possibly get some entries of the market. Yeah, so basically that's it for today. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Yeah, thank you guys.